Hi guys, it's Mrs. Melcher here, and today I was going to talk to you about waves. Waves is part of our next unit. There are two different categories that waves can be broken down into. One of them is here mechanical waves, and mechanical waves require a medium to travel through. That means something like a solid, liquid, or a gas. And here's some examples that I found on this webpage: water waves, seismic waves, and waves in a spring. Those are examples of mechanical waves. And mechanical waves also have two different shapes, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. Electromagnetic waves, they travel through a vacuum. And there are 7 types of electromagnetic waves, which I know that you've learned about in 8th grade. And they are like the light that you can see, and microwaves, radio waves, X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves, and they are just found in one shape, which is here, transverse waves. So here are some of the shapes of waves. There's one that's like this, and it is called a transverse wave. A transverse wave has several parts. Up here, it's called the crest, and down here is called the trough. If you measure across a wave from one point to its matching point, that's called the wavelength. This here is the wavelength. If you want to measure a wave going up and down, then that is called the amplitude. Here's the amplitude. It goes from the midpoint section up to the top of the wave, or from the midpoint section down to the bottom of the wave. That's called the amplitude. And this again is called a transverse wave. Transverse. So you can find transverse waves like ocean waves, kind of looks like an ocean wave, or also those electromagnetic waves, like I said, that they are shaped like that too. The other type of wave is the longitudinal wave, and they look kind of like a spring if you were to take a spring and push it forwards or push it backwards. So that is called a longitudinal wave. A really good example of a longitudinal wave is sound. The way that sound travels and hits your ear is a good example, because the wave transfers from a sound, a place like my voice or like the TV, and it travels like this until it hits your ear.